Okay, good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, December 10th, 2025. 15 more days of shopping till Christmas. We're almost there, almost the end of this year. Boy, this year has gone fast. Anyway, let's look at yesterday's chart. Boy, it was really, really slow yesterday, but ended up getting off three good trades for plus 62 yesterday. But boy, they were few and far between yesterday. Um, there was some movement, a little bit of more movement in the afternoon, but really not a lot of tradable moments yesterday. So it was what it was. We closed at 625.16 yesterday, and Q is currently sitting at 624.14. So there's no gap play this morning. Let's head over to the option chain, shall we? We've got less than a million. We have 953,000 traded on the underlying in pre-market, and probably looking at the 623 on the call side, 626 on the put side. But we'll see when we get this pre-market volume kind of built into the strikes. We'll see if that will change at all. Probably not a lot. But anyway, let's head over to our four-way. There they are. Whoops. Forgot to set these up. So let me set these up real quick. There we go. Let's remove all drawings. One. Yes. There we go. Hope everyone had a good evening yesterday or a good afternoon. By the way, today we've got two sessions today. We're going to trade the the FOMC announcement today. We're expecting a rate change today. So we'll come back a little bit before 2 o'clock and trade that. There we go. There's that. And let me see. What do we have for announcements? So today we had at 8:30 had the employment cost index delayed report at 8:30 this morning. Of course, 2 o'clock, we had the FOMC interest rate decision and the monthly U.S. federal budget at 2, and at 2:30, Chairman Powell will speak as he does. So we will trade that time, and that is it for announcements. Keith is down in Florida visiting mom, and he will be back Friday. And that's all the announcements that I have. Let me get rid of that. And that is that. And let me bring up my broader indices. So when we get started, I can quote the broader indices. There we go. Okay, we're coming up on a minute away. Let's make it another good day. Well, I tell you what, if we can make trades on a day like yesterday, we can make trades any day. All right, now you may hear a lot of noise in the background today here from my house. They're replacing the hardwoods on the floor below me, which may cause a lot of noise. Hopefully not too much. They've got most of it already pulled up. All right, we got less than 30 seconds. Make sure you've got 20 cents between each of your hash marks on each of your charts. So we're looking at the same side candles from day to day. There's 15 seconds. There's 10. Stand by, everybody. Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Doom, 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 doom. There we go. We are in. And don't expect a lot of movement today in price as well. But we'll see. We may be surprised. Price coming down. All right, we got our broader indices up. So Dow is right at +5, NASDAQ is -52, S&P is -2. Dow is gaining some speed on the positive side. Price, there we go. Yeah, both our MACDs are in the put bias position. Yesterday, generally, we had an up market. So price continuing to come down. And generally speaking, we don't do a trade in the first 5 minutes unless there's some obvious breakout that happens. Price drifting back up a little bit. We're in our 4th minute. We've got 1.9 million traded on the underlying. Everything is negative now in the broader indices. Dow's down 22, Nas down 69, S&P down 6. Price coming up a bit. Price trying to climb back up a little bit. Price continuing down. So I'm going to keep an eye on, let me see. I don't want to go to the 4. Let's say the 625 on the put side. 625 strike put. And we're going to put a pseudo supply zone up on the top of this first 5-minute candle. Pick that red. All right. 625 on the put side, stand by. I'm going to go ahead and try to get into this. And got filled at 391. Stand by to take some profit here. Let's go ahead and take some profit. And out at 436. 391 to 436. Finish making our supply zone here. Turn this red. HSV. There we go. And let's head back over to the call side to the 621 strike call. Stand by on the 621. Price starting to retreat down a bit. Everything above 100,000 so far. See if we're going to come down again. We've got basically a big disagreement on our MACD, so we're going to hold off until we get something more in agreement. All right, so 625 on the put side. We're keeping an eye on the 625 on the put side. Need the 1 minute MACD to cross again down into the put bias position. Both MACDs are still out of position. So we just wait. Just a reminder, we will be coming back today at 1:55 to trade the 2 o'clock announcement, the Fed announcement. Price continuing to go up. 1 minute MACD is heading toward the center line. We are getting a curve up convergence on our 5 minute MACD, which is good. So let's go over to the 622 on the call side. Stand by. I'm going to go ahead and jump into this. Yeah, I'm going to cancel it. I canceled it. It passed me by. Like to see the 5 minute MACD come up a bit higher, even cross. Price is just kind of pausing right here. Got Dow, it's down by 3, NAS down by 42, S&P down by 2. Not great numbers, but they are all negative. See if price is going to break through the supply zone. Oh, we do have a demand zone. So let's go ahead and add that in. There we go. Okay, now over at the 622 on the call side, stand by. See if this can break out. Just doesn't quite want to grow some legs and take off from here. Excuse the pounding in the background. All right, I'm going to go ahead and enter the 622, or try to. And it's passed me by. I've got out of it. I'm going to try this again. It's not filling me. I had to cancel that one again as well. Still looking at the 622 on the call side. Price coming down. I'm going over to the 626 on the put side. 626 strike put. Okay, we can move our supply zone down a little bit to this agreement now that we've got a real one. There we go. Price moving back up. So heading back over to the call side. I'm going to go to the 621 on the call side. You can do the 622 or 623. All right, it's just falling below VWAP. That our 1 minute MACD has crossed back to the put side. So I'm looking at the 626 on the put side. And this should continue to come down, break through the demand zone, but looks like it's reversing. Price trying to come down and work its way through the demand zone. Looking at the 625 on the put side, 625. I'm going to go ahead and try to enter this. I did. Got in at 352. And I'm going to go ahead and take profit here at 373. Just a quick trade on that put. We've got a little less than 3 minutes till the pop at the top, if we have one. We don't have any announcements or reports coming out. Dow's gone positive at 107, Nasdaq still negative at 71, S&P down by 2 points. Our MACDs are a bit out of agreement. You can see the 5-minute MACD is still pointing down. The 1 minute is pointing up. Need to see more agreement on those before we get into another trade here. But I'm going to keep an eye on the 621 on the call side. 621 strike call. There we go. Now they're a little more in agreement. About to cross on the 1 minute MACD, but bouncing off of VWAP back down. Oh, the last minute, the pop came, and that's what pushed price down on the pop. Not a great deal of volume. In fact, volume has been lagging below 100,000 here on a number of minutes. So not super great volume today, but we have got price movement today. Made a couple of trades, both positive. We've got just 6,254,000 traded on the underlying. About the amount of volume we'd expect to see on a FOMC day, at least prior to the announcement. And just a reminder, coming back at 1:55 today to trade the announcement and the press conference after. We'll be on for about an hour. Price just trading in a fairly limited range right now. Price keeps bumping up against VWAP, having a hard time crossing VWAP. Except now. All right, let's head over. I'm going to go to the 621 on the call side, 621 strike call. And just keep an eye on it if this call keeps developing. And it's stalling out, coming back down. But pricing today is acting a lot like it was yesterday, just really non-committal on any one direction. I keep looking for, price to commit to one direction or the other. Joe, excuse me just for a minute. Okay, I'm back. See, price hasn't done much. What do we have? We have 7 million traded on the underlying. Dow is now positive 142. Nasdaq's negative at 39. S&P's up by 3, almost 4. It's heading back down, or maybe not. Keep hoping we get a breakout here at some point, something that will continue on for a while. But we're just trading, or price is just moving in a fairly tight range, staying within the zones here pretty well. I look at our 1 minute MACD. The active line is riding just, I mean, parallel practically to the control line. 5 minute is right on top of its control line. Both just showing that price is really not moving much. I'm sure a lot of retail traders are just sitting it out till the announcement today. Then it becomes the wild west of trading. There's a doji. See if that changes directions here. If you just joined us, slow day, but we've got two positive trades in, plus 65. I'm going over to the call side, to the 621 on the call side, and see if this is going to take off here a little bit. Nope. It goes price up again. We may try scalping one of these rotations. We're kind of going up and down, up and down. We might be able to scalp some of these in lieu of a breakout. Dow is up 135, Nasdaq's down 46, S&P is up 1.8. Price trying to come down through the supply zone. Price breaking down. Now we may try to do, when this turns, try doing a call trade early, right after the turn. And I'll be at the 621 on the call side. So it has a little more selling off to do. All right, stand by on the 621 on the call side. All right, I'm going to try to enter this, and I did. In at 389. Let's see if we can ride this up. All right, stand by to take some profit here. push up a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and take some profit out at 401, 389 to 401. So we are just a little over an hour in to the session. We've got 8,417,000 traded. And I got to bring up my broader indices again. All right, the Dow is up 105 now. Nas is down 51, and S&P is down by 1.32. So we were able to scalp that call trade. Didn't take a bunch, just took 11 cents off of it, but that's about all it was going to give us. So we can move our supply zone up to this next agreement point right there. And let's activate you. Move you up to there. The price moving down into the demand zone. Hasn't been down there for a while. Let's see if this is a true breakout. I rather think it's going to snap back. Let's go over to the put side to the 625 on the put side. Price still coming down, but a lot of little pullbacks. Price decline slowing down. Got some better volume in those last couple of minutes. Come on, price, turn around. I want to keep an eye on the 620 on the call side. 620 strike call. Maybe scalping the reversal on this. You can see our 1 minute MACD is rounding on the bottom. Price was rebounding, is now coming back down again. There's the doji. We'll see if we get a reversal off of that doji. Price falling again. Look at our 1 minute MACD. It's just riding on top of the control line. No clear direction there. Excuse me 1 minute, folks. There's price heading back up. We've got a new demand zone here. I'm going to go ahead and put that in. And then we'll turn this old one gray in a minute. Price having a problem getting across VWAP as usual. There we go. So I've got 3 trades, all positive, plus 80 this morning. And price coming down again. Hitting the demand zone. See if it's going to bounce off the demand zone and head back up. Just a reminder, be back at 1:55 today to trade the Fed announcement, interest rate announcement. I think we're all expecting it to be dropped a little bit. We'll see what kind of trading that creates for us. It's usually pretty good, but we'll be back on at 1:55 and trade for about an hour. We'll trade the announcement and then trade the press conference that usually starts at 2:30 with Chairman Powell. It was always on time. Wow. Price continuing to drop to new lows. See, does that beat the beginning low? Sure does. Price reversing now. Goes price back up. All right, guys, we were at the top of the hour. That's going to do it for this morning's session. So ended up with three positive trades plus 80 this morning. And I will be back at 1:55 this afternoon. Just log back into the Zoom and we'll trade then. All right, everybody. Hope you have a good middle of the day, and I will see you at 1:55. Bye for now.